Hey everybody, Scott Thomas here. Today I just wanted to showcase a quick little video on the bookshelf. It's a great little build. With the bookstore, you have two builds here. You have the bookstore itself and then the apartment. Now I actually went out and got a couple different sets, and I wanted to kind of just show you what I did with it. So I turned this build into these builds. So what I did was I turned the bookstore into a 32 by 32 base plate build, modular building, as well as the apartment. I also did a 32 by 32 base plate. These are separate builds now. With the apartment, I pretty much mirrored it. So I took the original build, if you take a look at this one, took this section, I put that section here, and then I mirrored it on that side. That way it kind of became a complete build, and it flowed together. As far as details go, there's not much that I did as far as changing everything. So these still pop off, but it's all one unit. You can see that it's, again, pretty much mirrored. You can take these off, and the details are the same inside. They're pretty much mirrored. So I didn't do a whole lot to it because I wanted to keep the essence of the build, but I wanted to just make it bigger because it seems, it seems that it was just one, and it seems a little weird and awkward to have an apartment or a townhouse and there's just one. Because every apartment or townhouse that I've lived in, there's always been 100+ units. Now obviously I don't have room for 100+ units, but I wanted to showcase more than one. So I'm going to move this back. That way we can showcase the bookstore. Now with the bookstore, again, I wanted to keep the essence of the build. So if you look at the original, we have the build here where the door is in the middle of two windows. I left out the exterior details as far as the birch tree. I still have that to build and stuff like that. But you can kind of see the window panes and all that kind of fun stuff. Very cool details, gorgeous look. I wanted to keep that same essence, but I just expanded it a little bit. So on this one, I have the more panes up here. I made this a double door store, and then instead of having the door in the middle of the windows, I just added the windows to the sides. I also added these curved windows here because I liked the flow here and just wanted to include it down here. So there are a few things that I did that were a little different, but a lot of things that I just kind of kept the same. I just expanded on the idea. Taking a look at the back. The back is pretty much the same. It's similar to a mirror build. The only difference is I have one back door because, quite frankly, that's all you need. So that kind of gives you an idea. Now we're going to go ahead and open this up. I did add some dressers and an end table to each of the sides. That way you have an idea. I also added a bird cage instead of the lizard or reptile. I want to go ahead and pop this off. The second floor, again, I kind of kept the same. Wanted to keep the overall look of the build. I just didn't want to change it too much because I did like the interiors. Turn this around for you. Now here's where I made a lot of the changes. So I made a dual staircase in the middle, rotating up. I expanded the books so that there's a lot more books, not only up here, but down here at the bottom. What I also did was I took and put the cash register in the middle of the store instead of on the sides. That way, just as you walk in, you have customer service and the cashier, and then you can go from there. Now, to give you a better idea of what I did, On the sides, I'm going to pop these windows out. So as you can see, I added more books down at the bottom of the bookstore, or of the staircase. You can kind of get a little bit of an idea of some of the details. But that kind of gives you an idea of some of the stuff on the books that I did. Hope you guys like it. So to recap, I turned the regular bookstore from this build here to 2 full builds here. That way I have a little bit more space to work with. I could add a lot more details, and I really love how they both turned out. Hope you guys like it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.